I haven't seen my friends in so long bro, what if I get shy when I see them again? Adulthood is wild. One day I'm transferring money to my savings account and 3 days later I'm transferring it out to save myself. When I use Google Pay to pay for something and they take my money instead of Google's. When I say hee, this is what I mean. Life hack. Save time by crying about 2 things at the same time. My son got his report card today and academically he did well, but his teacher wrote a note specifying he needs to use kind words with friends. I asked him about it and he said my friends are dumb and they need to know. Ep's list. The pride flag uses a straight rainbow until we meet again. So on this cat scale, how do you feel today? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. President Trump says Egypt excluded from travel ban because they have things under control. You know music nowadays when you hardly see any parody songs. Why don't chillers hide the bodies in cemeteries? Because the ones that hide them in cemeteries aren't caught. Who said we don't? Dear old people, waking up at 6 AM tending to a garden, eating dinner at 5 PM, reading books and going to bed at 9:30 PM feels amazing. I was wrong. You were right. Our tax dollars. Greedy children who want to eat breakfast. Sad billionaires with only 4 yachts. Every day I tell myself this can't get any worse, then it literally gets worse. When you hired a hook for an hour and still have 56 minutes left. I cannot be the only one who feels that over the past 5 years the world's energy has completely shifted and something weird is happening. Influencers, content editors working till 3 AM. Look how far I climbed and I'm not even tired. Whoa, this VR is so realistic. Bank account, your current balance, minus $3,499. How it feels right after deleting a post nobody liked. Sorry for acting like that. It will happen again. I mean, X is alright, but have you ever experienced the sheer sensuality of having rock solid proof that a problem at work was someone else's fault even though it really looked like it was yours? Opportunity was seen and taken. Kudos to you, door installer. In Finland we have 1-person benches because we don't like getting too close to other people. Me. How much is a flight to Finland? You know what I miss? Turning on something and having it just work. No registering on another device. No signing into an account. No downloading an app. Just plug it in and it does the thing it's supposed to do. Every adult in the world is basically just winging it until we meet again. Me shifting my pad back in place after I stand up. The FBI, gamers, Heinz clients. The shower at my house versus the shower at my friend's house. I finally found my spirit animal. Dank does absolutely nothing and lies. You ever wake up for work and be like, F it, fire me? When he asks for 5 minutes after complaining that are too tight for him. I love honey, but you know what I don't love? People that don't train their dogs. My only 2 moods: not talking, oversharing. Nobody, me going to shower. I feel uncomfortable around tall people. What if they lick my head? When you're led inside and sick of life, but at least there are cats. You find a girl on a dating app who shares interests with you. Just looking for friends. I have a boyfriend written in her bio. I'm not making any progress with my bucket list. Change the B to an F and you'll feel better about it. How long have you been coding? Me, since class 8th. Then you must be good at it. People of my age, me. Atheists be like, I just don't see any evidence. Oh my god, Peter, back it up. Really, Lewis? I thought I might drive forward. I thought that might be a fun thing to do. News publishers when they are bored. Another 5 billion starving children in Stein. Can we all agree that this is the best position for sleeping? Children are so strange. I just had 7 young boys on my front porch demanding to see my cat. They had a leader. I opened the door and before I could greet them, he said, "Where's your cat?" I know he's in there. We see him in the windows and he's real fat. I don't know what to do here. Yo, twin, what you doing? And how long? Dinner with my family. 5.6 inches. Me in my imaginary world when I'm listening to rock songs. Me in real life. Normal animals, mountain animals. Would have myself already, but when I lie I can't be anymore, so I'm staying. Ads be like, hurry and buy yours today as we only got 10 items in stock. Meanwhile their warehouses. Never buying off Temu. Going to sleep with rain sounds video on YouTube. Waking up to a Muslim or Christian guy preaching their religions. Tattoo should actually make you more employable because it shows you can sit in place for hours while tiny needles are jammed into your skin, and that's what every corporate meeting I have ever been in has felt like. Oppa Gangnam Style. Spotify. What the F is that? Are you dumb? Oppa Gangnam Style. YouTube. I think this is what you are looking for. I never finish anything. When the shit you taking getting serious, you gotta put your phone down and lock in. POV. You just finished getting your master's in political science. Time to suit up. Texas. This is the worst flooding we have had. This is the worst flooding you have had so far. Lower standards in high school so that everyone can pass. Now high school is useless, so we need to make college free for all. Conspiracy theorists. The earth is flat. The earth. Buying an AC. Complaining. Brits, this is brilliant, but I like this. Therapist. Anyways. Me. Anyways isn't a word. You mean anyway. Therapist. Anyway, we were talking about your difficulty making friends. Cashier. Your child will be happy with such a gift. 36-year-old me. Nintendo Switch 2. My grandma at my graduation. My professor who let me skip the final for her f***al. Me daydreaming about winning the lottery even though I don't play it. You don't become cooler with age, but you do care progressively less about being cool, which is the only true way of being cool. This is called the geezer's paradox. Me when I like someone. Me when someone likes me. You have heard of Elf on the Shelf? Now get ready for 2000 songs are as old now as 80s songs were in the 2000s. How my neck feels when I'm trying not to cry. Everyone, did you actually expect me to believe that you're equipped to handle the files? US government, kinda. When you get along with your neighbors outside of your home yet you still hate them. Did you F her? I had to. She said her noisy better than yours, babe. I couldn't let her say she like that and get away with it. I had to be your man and defend you. The whole time we had sex I was calling her a liar for saying her noisy better when it wasn't. POV. 1 year of paying for the gym and not seeing any results. Time to personally come in and see what's going on. My credit score is low, but it's because I want to protect myself from identity theft. No one can take out a mortgage in my name if I can't even take out a mortgage in my name. History of rock paper scissors games. All ties. Invention of scissors 3000. Rock advantage. Invention of paper 179. Balanced. Breaking news. President is dropping a new EO. Everyone who can't pass a citizenship test is getting deported. 2/3 of the US citizens. Safari, a browser that's actually private, looks inside Google as default search engine. Increase the volume to 200%. VLC. But sire, I'm just a software with media decoding algorithm. Just do it. No drinks back here unless they have a screw on top. Thank management. It needs to be said, Sydney Sweeney's bobs are not that big. Yes they are. 10-year-old me casually watching the most effed up video on the internet. Trying to figure out what to wear when it's hot as F outside but your office is an Arctic tundra. When the cashier asks if you want to donate to the poor, I'm the poor. No water. July is going great. Missed their information when he realizes people are spreading misinformation. He was right, to be honest, a wise doctor once wrote. We have got the files. The files don't exist. EA, we have cancelled development on The Sims 5 because too many people still enjoy The Sims 4. Also EA, stop chilling games is bad. Visible confusion. Me explaining to Coca-Cola that they don't need to spend millions on marketing because everyone knows that Coca-Cola exists. Several days ago an apple fell from the tree while my brother Dan was under it, and now at least twice a day he waits for 5 to 15 minutes under the tree for the possibility of an apple. Pies are watered to add more gravy and wet the dough. English people season their food with water. LMAO. My Mine being nice to the only two people I like. Human Tsukiko. Beast Tsukiko. When you pass somebody to see if they look as stupid as they drive. If you pay to see the results of an online IQ test, then you failed the test. August 20 to 2019. Can't wait for like 2025 when we look back on the 2018 or 2019 era and say, hey, remember when we were all really freaking depressed? That was a crazy time. Glad we aren't like that anymore. May 10. Hey, don't say anything. Companies that make toilet paper for public restrooms making sure that it's both thinner than tissue paper and rougher than sandpaper. Me at 2 AM. I should sleep. Also me, what if I became a goat farmer in Iceland and left everything behind? Wife enjoys last day with husband before his new gaming PC arrives. I made a solution for the US. Trump people can live in the right and Harris people in the left. This is not official yet, we can switch sides if enough people want to. German here. Yeah, don't do that. Will cause problems later on.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.